What's going on, guys? Today I'm back with another Hat format replay review for you guys. If you're interested in sending in your Hat format replays, you can go down to the video description and find all the information on how to go about sending those in. Anyways, the match I have for you today, we have Samu Pusteno, who is going to be on Gravekeeper Artifact Hands versus 7ZZD490Z. I'm just going to call them ZZ, who is going to be on Koa'Ki Meiru Fire Fist Hands. This should be a very interesting match. And I believe they already did the rock, paper, scissors, and Sam did win that, so they will get to start this one out. Opening hands, we see Dimensional Prison, Necro Valley, Commandant, Recruiter, and Spy. And on the other side, we see Phoenix Wing Windblast, Bottomless, Crusader, Wolfbark, and Diamond Core. And here, Sam will get to draw for turn, getting a copy of Moral Tech. And I guess real quickly, one thing to note, since I believe DB kind of has updated the card text because, you know, more modern Yu-Gi-Oh! Has a lot of different Necro Valley texts and stuff. This Necro Valley effect that you're probably seeing on screen right now is not the Hat format time period errata. So the thing to note with the Hat format version that they will be playing with for this is it will have the basic Gravekeeper buff, giving it 500 attack and defense, but also it has the ability that cards cannot be banished from the graveyard, and also you would negate any card or effect that would move another card out of the graveyard, but cards that leave via their own effect will be able to trigger. So for example, if an artifact is destroyed and goes to graveyard, it will be able to summon itself back out. But say you had like a soul charge, you cannot like soul charge a monster out. So just want to get that out of the way so that there's no confusion in this match. In case it, you know, doesn't line up perfectly with the Necro Valley that's on screen. But anyways, here, Sam is going to discard Commandant to add a copy of Necro Valley. From here, they're going to activate Necro Valley, set a Spy, and then set the D Prison, my bad, and then pass it over to ZZ, choosing to hold the Moral Tack, which is, you know, completely fine. Maybe they're just waiting for other back row or something and just playing it slow. Here, ZZ gets a copy of Urnite, which is very good. And from here, they're going to take a second to think. They're going to activate Diamond Core to add a copy of the Iron Core. From here, they're attempting to banish the Diamond Core, but they actually aren't able to do that because of the Necro Valley, as I said, so hopefully they will catch that. But here they are going to normal summon the Urnite, and oh, they do catch it. Nice, nice. And they are still going to activate that Urnite, revealing that Iron Core, and then summoning a copy of Crusader. From here, going to battle phase and attacking into, well, trying to attack into the Spy, but that is going to eat the Dimensional Prison. So the Urnite does get banished, and then the Crusader is going to attack into the Spy, which obviously it can't get over. And the Spy will then trigger to summon another Spy. Main phase 2, ZZ's going to set 2 Speller Traps and reveal the Crusader for its maintenance cost. Here, Sam gets a copy of Duality, and they're going to take a second to think. And, nope. Okay, so little misclick there. So now it's going to be interesting to see if Sam decides to play it slow with the Duality or make an Xyz play based on, you know, potentially seeing a Wing Blast there. And they do end up going with the Duality, and here they're going to take the copy of Bottomless, putting back the Recruiter and Beagle Tack that was excavated there. So playing it a little slower, setting the Recruiter, setting the Moral Tack and the Bottomless, and passing it over to ZZ, who gets a copy of Duality of their own here, activating it, revealing Ice, Torrential, and Fire Hand, taking the copy of Torrential and putting the others back. And from here, they're just going to set 1, reveal the Crusader to keep their Crusader alive. Here, Sam gets a copy of Ice Hand, very good draw here, and they're going to overlay this Spies for a copy of Karen Gorgon, and that is right away met with the copy of Bottomless. Really strong card, Karen Gorgon, so the Bottomless was definitely a good play there. After that, Ice Hand is going to be summoned, and that is going to meet the Torrential, and here ZZ is going to chain the Wing Blast, discarding the Iron Core to stack the Necro Valley. Also making so that they have no Speller Traps, so the Ice Hand won't be able to float here. After that, Recruiter can now activate, adding a Gravekeeper monster with 1500 or less defense. So just adding another copy of Recruiter here because it can search itself. After that, Sam is going to activate another copy of Necro Valley they had in hand. ZZ draws into Tenki. And from here, they're going to summon Crusader. Sam's thinking for a second. And taking a second to think. Let's see what they do. Here they are going to take the damage. Main phase 2, ZZ activates the Tenki. And they say it's good. Searching a copy of Urnite as follow-up, which is very good. Here, Urnite is revealed for the Crusader. After that, Sam draws into a copy of Firehand, which is like the perfect card in this situation, summons it, and goes to attack into the Crusader. And Firehand will blow up the Crusader, summoning an Ice Hand, and then pushing in for 14 damage. And from here, over to ZZ, who they're taking a second to think here in draw phase. They are going and adding back the Iron Core Koa'Ki Meiru from graveyard via its effect. So this is a prime example of a card can leave via its own effect, because this is making itself leave. It has the ability that during your draw phase, if this card's in your graveyard, you can add this card to your hand instead of drawing, and or send one Koa'Ki Meiru monster from your hand to the graveyard to add this card to your hand. So here, just adding that back, so they have the Urnite live. Now, just taking some time to think, it looks like they're having a bit of conversation on the side just to try to figure that out, but that's exactly how that works. So taking a second here, it should be good, and it looks like they're just going to pass there, not wanting to play into this Ice Hand, because they could go like Urnite and summon something, and then, try to make an Xyz or something, but if that gets stopped, they don't want to have the Ice Hand that can attack in, pop the Tenki, and then summon a Fire Hand and keep spiraling out of control from there. So here, Sam does draw into a Sanctum, which is very strong, normal summoning to Recruiter, and then going to battle phase, doing a lot of damage here, setting the Sanctum, and back over to ZZ, who now gets a copy of Diamond Core, which is very good. They're activating Diamond Core, and they aren't able to add Reckon Power here, which they catch right away, because Diamond Core does need to add a Koa'Ki Meiru card, and Reckon Power doesn't say Koa'Ki Meiru in the name, so instead they're going to add a copy of Urnite, and here they're just going to set it, and it looks like Sam in the end phase is going to activate Sanctum, summoning Beagletech, and then Beagletech can pop the Moraltech, drawing a Ice Hand for turn, but, ZZ sees the writing on the wall, and is just going to scoop it up there, and now they will be able to start this one out. Opening hands, we see Bottomless, Beagletech, Ignition, Gravekeeper, Spy, and Firehand, and on the other side we see Diamond Core, Soul Charge, Iron Core, Gorilla, and Bear. So honestly, a very strong hand here from ZZ, who will also get a draw for turn here, getting a copy of that Diamond Core and slamming it down to get a copy of Urnite, summoning the Urnite, and using the effect, revealing the copy of Iron Core to summon a copy of Koa'Ki Meiru Ice. From here, ZZ is going to overlay both into a copy of Lavalval Chain, detaching the Urnite and sending another copy of Urnite. Here going for Soul Charge for 2, so bringing back double Urnite, it looks like. And that's really good because Urnite's effect is a soft once per turn. So here they can use the other one, revealing that Iron Core again and summoning a copy of Crusader. And then here they're going to overlay for Tiger King, use the effect, setting a Tenki, activating the Tenki to then add a Wolfbark. After that, the other Urnite's going to activate and summon a copy of Drago, really good card against the artifacts. And then after that, it looks like ZZ is going to banish the Diamond Core to make so the Iron Core, or the Koa'Ki Meiru monsters, aren't able to be destroyed this turn for the rest of this turn. So basically just bypassing the maintenance cost, which it didn't really matter, I don't think, here, because I'm pretty sure they had the Iron Core regardless to reveal or send, and they also had, a Beast Warrior. But in general, just going and using that right away while they can at least. And from here, are they gonna? Nope, they are just going to leave them, not overlaying or anything like that. Over to Sam, who gets a Dark Hole, which unfortunately is going to clear this. So Dark Hole comes down, and you just see how powerful Dark Hole is, even as a one-of in H.A.T format. And from here, it looks like they're setting Spy, setting the Ignition, Beagletech, and Bottomless. Back over to ZZ, who gets a copy of Duality. And they're going to summon Bear. And they're thinking, are they going to allow it? They do have that Bottomless, so they could get rid of it if they wanted to, but here it looks like they are going to Ignition their Beagletech, setting a copy of Moraltech. Beagletech effect will trigger to summon back the Beagletech. Beagletech pop the Moraltech summon, Moraltech pop the Bear. Okay, after that, Duality is going to be activated, and here they're going to take the copy of Reckoned Power, putting back the Urnite and Iron Core. And just setting 2 back row over to Sam, who gets a copy of Blackhorn, which, great card. Flipping the Gravekeeper Spy and summoning a Recruiter. Honestly, a Torrential would go crazy in this exact situation. But here, it looks like Sam is just going to switch the Beagle Tack to attack, go to battle phase, and ZZ's taking a second to think, though let's be real, there's nothing here they can really use, but maybe trying to discourage Sam from attacking with everything. But it looks like all of it's going to go through here. And let's see. Main phase 2 going for... Taking a second to think. Gonna go for Pleiades. Okay. Good card, especially in a deck, or against a deck like the Koa'Ki Meiru deck that really needs its normal summons in a lot of cases. Activating the Pleiades to try to bounce a back row. Here, Reckon Power is activated, though, so they reveal a Iron Core of Koa'Ki Meiru in their hand and destroy all face-down spell and traps the opponent controls. Unfortunately, just hitting 1 here, but hitting the bottomless is still really good. It gets rid of 1 disruption. Sam is then going to set the Blackhorn and pass it over to ZZ, who gets a copy of Firehand. They are going to set a Bluff Iron Core and set the Firehand here. In the end phase, Sam activates that Pleiades, and this is probably just it, drawing into Torrential, switching Spy to defense, and going battle phase. And that does wrap up this match. So very commanding from this Gravekeeper artifact deck. Really cool to see. It was nice to kind of see that ZZ could really pop off as well with that big Soul Charge play, but that Dark Hole really did just, was the perfect out here. So anyways, hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, make sure to leave a like on it. Comment any questions or videos you want to see in the future. Subscribe to the channel. Hit the bell to get notified anytime I put a new video out. Share this video with your friends. And don't forget to go down to the video description to find out how you can send in your H.A.T format replays. Even if it's a game that you might have lost, but you thought your deck you were playing was pretty cool or interesting, or even your opponent's deck was pretty cool or interesting, definitely send those in. I'm sure lots of people watching would love to see those replays. But anyways, guys, I will see you in the next video.